Welcome back to Raw. It's always so bipolar with my volume. My TV doesn't need to be so high for it to be loud. It could be loud just at 30 for me, and still sometimes it varies in here.
There is a major weekend coming to Atlanta. Saturday night's main event is Evolution, but tonight we're in the capital city of Rhode Island, Providence, one of the oldest cities in the entire United States. And tonight, WWE's flagship show is in Providence for the 16th time. As you are looking live at the sold-out Amico Mutual Pavilion,
Providence.
Monday Night Raw, live on Netflix and presented by Stickers. And tonight, the underdog from the underground, Sami Zayn, continues his
Sami Zayn goes up against Bron Breakker tonight.
Main event, Jey Uso is here with the same thing on his line, taking up 6 on Philip.
So like I said in the description, basically tonight is just, you know, Seth Rollins and company face off all who attacked him, which is Penta, Sami Zayn, and Jey Uso.
And the Judgment Day is greatly bold. They have a brand new member, Roxanne Perez, who was her idea to take out the woman from injured Liv Morgan. Kairi Zane versus Roxanne.
Nice suit, Roxanne.
On Monday Night Raw.
Also love that leather jacket on Raquel. It's a little too hot for that though. I like that effect on the Titantron. I think they changed that now. But like I said before about Seth Rollins' custom case, it's just pretty basic, but I like how sleek it is. You can't go wrong with sleek colors of black and gold. Hi there.
Well, this quartet has made a lot of enemies. And for Seth Rollins, his target is
But Naomi definitely does have the best custom case. But in my opinion, she should have put it over the letters instead of on the inside of the letters of Money in the Bank. She should have put it on the outside so it can actually look like it's wrapped up. But I do love the caution tape tassels that she put in there. It's just wrapped up tape in the tassel, and that's cute. Hi, Soundwave. Hi. Maxie. I do like Seth Rollins. I do like Seth Rollins fit today. Very like, you know, summer formal, if you ask me. those pants are obviously for fighting, but they match his leather. They match his leather, like, you know, suit, tank, whatever. But I think Seth Rollins has made a little bit of a casual effort in his choice of clothing as of lately with his new character, like, you know, term. Hi, MSB. Welcome back. Excuse me? Bron Breakker stealing the mic from Seth Rollins?
I am standing here in this ring because Seth Rollins and the wise man Paul Heyman have a vision for this business that has me the face of WWE for the next 2 decades. I also have a vision of my own for a WWE, and that is a WWE without Sami Zayn. I do not like Sami Zayn. I don't like his ugly face. I don't like his stupid beard. I don't like his music. I don't like that you people sing it every time that he comes.
What's going on here? Very teenager. Is that carrying cross? No, it's not carrying cross. It's Bron Breakker, but I won't lie, he does look a little bit like him. Just a lot tanner.
Someone that's never played sports. Someone that doesn't go to the gym. Someone that's hanging on to anything for dear life to get 5 more years.
Hi, Mackenzie. Everything's going well. You'll be happy to know that I finished the silhouette of your drawing. I'm going to ink it a little bit while I'm streaming.
Has an expiration date, and I'm going to put a stamp on it tonight.
But I won't really ink it too much. I'll just outline it because I kind of don't want to ink it too much because I'm not on the table right now, and I would have to lean all the way away from the camera if I wanted to actually have a stable place.
And you're going to be looking at the lights by the end of it.
He's way too tan. I think it's just because of lighting. Lighting does make it look like you're really tan, but like if you're like actually in front of somebody, it just looks regular. Sometimes it varies, but I'm just saying that could be the case with him.
You good, Breakker? Bron is a tough act to follow, but so am I. I am the man that hits.
He's spray tans for sure. His armpits are 4 shades lighter. Yeah. Most of the superstars tan. The Miz tans, and so does Tiffany Stratton. I be saying that a lot on their Instagram pages, how it really, like, you know, she really has a very shimmery tan. And body glitter does not help.
And with that vision, I will get the respect.
Do I like mushrooms on pizza? Ew, no. I don't like anything on pizza. I mean, sometimes I like sausages on pizza, but not all the time because they're too spicy. Even though I know people will say they're not, but they are for me. That's how much I can't handle spicy things. Who are the picture? Who's the picture? Oh, that's V from BTS and BT21 picture that I made when I was 18.
Seth freaking Rollins.
Is little hints like this supposed to like make me try to think that this group is going to be a little short-lived? Because it's about time they got the hint.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, the Empire strikes back. You know what?
How much in suitcase?
Pull that up on YouTube
Nothing.
later. That's a
All I
blooper.
see is a bunch of
The
empty
Empire
cups.
tonight
If you know where that's from.
strikes first. First on our list, Sami Zayn. And I'm not going to try to follow that promo. If Sami hasn't hightailed it all the way back to Montreal by now, Sami, it's your ass, not mine. Tonight, Bronson Reed versus Jey Uso. I have love for my former bloodline member, Jey Uso, but let's be honest here. Roman Reigns doesn't have the balls to come back and step up.
Is that why they're doing? Is that why the show's reflecting on only these guys tonight and hardly anyone else?
The OTC is MIA, and after tonight, Jey
He won't be if you keep mentioning him.
MIA, all thanks to the master of the tsunami, Bronson.
I would love to see Bronson Reed get in the ring with Jacob Fatu. I mean, I think it was teased like once, like wasn't it a few weeks ago teased?
The biggest box office attraction in
Don't worry,
this
I knew what you
entire
meant.
industry. The man that
Hey,
pinned
shut up.
Roman Reigns
I wear what I
in the
want.
main event of WrestleMania, and it's not the first time he's done that either. Seth Rollins will
They have a new name for their group called the Empire.
against Penta.
Great, a new name that I will care less about. I'm just gonna call him Seth Rollins and Company anyway. Well, that's funny. I already know some of this, yes, but damn, he really learned.
I'm neither young enough, nor hip enough, nor
He learned a Spanish paragraph just for that.
to understand these stupid freaking hand signals that Penta does. But by the time he gets stomped into the mat tonight, Penta will be in no shape to do these hand signals ever again. And that's not a prediction. That's a sport.
Bullshit. Yeah, but good promo work as usual, Paul Heyman. And he speaks Spanish very, very well. Even if it was a small paragraph.
Well, boys, you covered everything, so I guess there's only one one thing left to say. Providence, welcome to Monday Night.
Bold predictions by Seth Rollins group.
Well now, a rare sight to see a promo without any attacks. A promo from a heel without any attacks.
We're all going to be and ringside tonight by the Lords and by Perez, Reigns, and Corey. With Seth Rollins, it's all about power, absolute power.
We just heard a series of warnings from Rollins' entire group tonight as Paul Heyman said,
Excellent.
the Empire strikes first. It could be a really
And
good bad
here's my
night for
sketchbook.
Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, and Penta.
And another group that is gaining power, great in gold now on Monday Night Raw. None other than the Judgment Day. Let's take it back to last week. It was New Day versus Balor and McDonough, the Judgment Day for the tag title.
After a rare miscalculation by Kofi Kingston, Finn Balor would deliver a sling blade on the outside.
In your opinion, who's the most athletic big man in WWE? I don't know. That's hard because you mean there's like two ways you could say it, like athletic and strength, or speed or stamina. That's like you know how I would categorize that. 'Cause I have no idea. Braun Breaker definitely has stamina because I get so scared of whenever he runs for spears. What is this? What the? Oh, Liv Morgan didn't die.
Y'all, she's alive. She's been rehabbing every day. She's gonna be back real soon.
Well, what do you make so sure about that? You remember I hurt my shoulder? It took me 8 months to recover, and I'm tough. What do you think is a nice picture?
You know what would be a good picture? A nice picture is if we retain those women's tag team championship titles at Evolution. And maybe if some Chiquita does what she said she's gonna do and beats Kairi Zane tonight. I got you, partner. Too soon.
All right. Well, that's the girl sorted. You can talk to Pierce. You know what's coming down the line for us?
Not the cake and
A
everything.
whisper. Well, his office is right down the hall there. I'm going to go knock on his door, see what's
Hi,
up around
everyone
that wall.
joining.
Oh, JD getting proactive. I like it. Let's go put some pressure on him.
Thank you for the welcome, India.
Hey, by the way, thanks for this get well soon cake.
I don't know how to
that
pronounce.
you?
I don't know how to pronounce that except I'm on. So
That was
there you
us.
go. Bron's spear might be the most devastating looking move in all WWE. I don't know how he doesn't hurt himself, much less how he doesn't put a guy in it. Wait, I wasn't. Oh. I was wondering what that cake was.
Doctors know, AJ, you can't. I have a note.
And I cannot
He still ate the cake. I wouldn't eat that cake if it's from an enemy of mine. I don't want to end up like Micah's situation from Jersey Shore. If you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, then you're a true 2000 person like me.
all the above. I think a good pirate has options. Well, Kairi Zane goes one-on-one with Roxanne Perez of the Judgment Day. It's live on Netflix. Google Pirate.
Why is my eye looking smaller than the other eye? So uneven.
Stimulate your senses.
One of the biggest matches in boxing history. A heavily disputed decision.
Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano. Greatness demands a trilogy. Friday, July 11th.
Welcome back to Papa John's. Quarter pound of beef and that sweet tangy burger sauce tastes better on our original dough made with 6 simple ingredients. You don't need a bun when you got a Papa John's pizza. Our cheesy burger pizza is back for a limited time for $12.99. Papa John's.
Something new to the middle of our year.
I'm just outlining, so if it looks weird because there's some lines that are darker and bigger, don't worry, I'll fix those because I'm going to do it on the table tomorrow night.
One for $1 million. People for Wayla, it could get pretty wild.
Speaking of Bron, did you hear about his cousin, Scott Steiner's son signing season? Yeah, I did hear about that. That's what I said one time in a stream, that Mark Henry, and Goldberg's son are like, you know, all like, you know, are all friends together because they're the next, like, you know, legends, like, you know, legends in the family tree, like, you know, next in line, basically, keeping the legacy of the wrestling alive for them. So, I wonder when we'll see Mark Henry's son. But as far as Goldberg's son, he said that he's gonna pursue football before WWE. So he said WWE is just a backup plan if football doesn't work out.
Why we give you great deals on our tires?
And that's usually the case is in most WWE superstars. Look at Baron Corbin. And Brock Lesnar. Roxanne going to do a tribute match to Liv Morgan. I wouldn't be surprised if she copied some of her moves tonight.
Monday Night Raw is in Providence tonight, but Sunday will be in Atlanta. Revolution, which is presented by Maybelline New York, the official cosmetics partner of WWE. And speaking of Evolution, the new tag champs of Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez will be defending the titles in a fatal four-way matchup.
Aww, they never play her music, and I kind of like Roxanne Perez's music.
We know the team from NXT, so Ruka and Zayn. We don't know the team from Monday Night Raw yet, but it will be a fatal four-way.
And you know, in my opinion, it's not necessarily fair for the champions to have to defend their titles, particularly as a newly formed unit, without having all of the information about competitors they're going to have to deal with.
And I don't agree with you there, because Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis, our general managers, decided, hey, let's give the title to Roxanne, but if you want to be the tag team champions, you have to prove yourself. The best way to do that, in a fatal four-way Sunday in Atlanta. Evolution gets underway, 7 o'clock East Coast. 4 o'clock on the West Coast. Peacock here in the States, Netflix International.
Look at this, Roxanne Perez out of the gate, just bringing the fire down across Kairi Zane with heavy right hands. This has got to make the Judgment Day as a whole very proud.
First time ever, one-on-one for Roxanne and Kairi Zane. But Roxanne did pin Kairi Zane last month in a fatal four-way in the Queen of the Ring tournament. That's when Roxanne, many believe, stole the victory from Liv Morgan.
Many people only believe that because you push that
I think they're wearing the same outfits. Yeah, they're wearing the same outfits, except for Roxanne's shirt, which I love because I'm a sucker for, like, you know, the ripped shirts anyway. But that's just her merchandise that she customized in her own way. I'm really excited about Mark Henry's son, mainly because he actually proved that I am a high amateur wrestling background. That's one thing Mark Henry didn't have. That's pretty good. At least, like, you know, at least maybe he's like one of them that, like, you know, said, yeah, I want to do wrestling. Hi there.
Kairi Zane tried an unorthodox way of defending whatever Roxanne was looking for and almost backfired.
Evolution shaping up to be quite the event. Sunday in Atlanta, the second of its kind, the first of course back in 2018. The women make history yet again this coming Sunday.
Once again with that spin back, she calls the Cutlass. It'll turn your lights out in a hurry.
And Roxanne Perez hanging up Kairi on the second rope. The feisty, fiery Roxanne Perez, the prodigy as she's known. This is Natalie. Throw down again.
I'm just saying, if some parts look weird, I'm sorry, because I am not good at drawing people, but I did my best to draw it.
You don't often get away with making the same mistake twice. Great jackknife pinning combination here. Twice Kairi's attempted the pinfall attempt, and twice
There are definitely some cheapy styles that I say like, wow.
By Kairi. And Kairi now, they're going to punish Roxanne Perez, who's scrambling to make it to the ropes and universal break. Before head scissors applied, and very wisely Perez scrambling to the bottom rope, forcing the official to break the hold before too much damage is inflicted. Oh man! Quite a lot about.
Do I think Rey Mysterio's last match will be against Dom? And if so, do I think Mysterio will win? I think a type of match would be better suited for AAA. If they had another, like, you know, YouTube special match like that, then that would be a perfect occasion for that. But I don't think it would be against Dom. He's not going to fight his son again. It needs to be someone. It needs to be someone who would be like almost as legendary in Lucha Libre today than just Rey Mysterio. Who's the second best other than Rey Mysterio? I can't really answer that because it's nobody for me. It's not really, you can't really say Dom because even though he's considered a Libre, his style is definitely, you know, just regular wrestling. It's just a little bit thrown in with Libre because he obviously is going to present that.
Will take over. Great wherewithal by Roxanne, realizing there was a moment to take advantage and she did not miss it. Look at this. This is just brutal. Roxanne may snap the arm of Kairi. Oh! Right to the wrist. Remember, a wrist injury. The Kairi Zane cost her a number of months of action. Roxanne's taken over.
My goodness.
Family faces danger that has threatened our planet.
What is that? It is happened here.
Are we safe? I don't know. We are not giving up. We will protect you.
Light him up, Johnny! What's the plan?
Trust me. I hate that's a bad plan.
That's a stupid plan.
Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four. Get tickets now. Like us, you might be suffering from moderate to severe obstructive sleep apnea, or OSA. We are the undiagnosed. We've been told we snore at night and gasp for air. Daytime sleepiness is a drag, but we still have people who count on us. And we're more than just human beings. We are humans being. OSA is a chronic condition tied to breathing interruptions and oxygen deprivation during sleep. You're undiagnosed? That was us. Talk to your doctor about OSA. Let's keep being humans being.
There's a place no map will show you. A secret spot. A high-performance hideout for cars that crave
I think
chaos.
that'll do it.
New brakes,
I'm not outlining facials because I definitely don't want to mess up facials. So this is what I got so far.
It's all knowledge that goes right back in your ride.
I hope you like it, my friends.
It is. You in?
You need parts? We got parts. Need it fast? We got fast. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their
I wish I
part
could
to
draw
make
more
sure you
stuff,
have
but
product
I'm out of pages. I only have one more left.
Stand apart. The professional parts people.
Auto parts. I'm working on it.
Today, she's watching her first hockey game. And then before you know it, you're watching hers. At Credit One Bank, we believe having the credit and rewards for the little moments today can lead to even bigger ones tomorrow. Get 5% cash back on everyday purchases, like gas, with the Credit One Bank Platinum X5 Visa
I'm glad you found
Credit
me.
One Bank, for what's ahead.
At least I hope you're glad to find me.
Sold out tonight in Providence, Rhode Island. Roxanne Perez, Kairi Zane, one-on-one, which has been a great matchup. And Kairi's starting to rally.
Hi there.
What Perez had to be aware of.
Thank you. I'm glad you think so.
To operate and strike.
I'll probably make it a little more detailed, and obviously the facial features will be inked by then.
That'll shiver your timbers, Cole. And Kairi firing up.
I don't really do much of an effort to make a nice background because I'm more terrible with scenery than I am with people.
Flying D rocks the jaw, Roxanne Perez. Now going up top, up to the top rope. Perhaps looking to put Roxanne away.
I need to.
Master of the insane elbow, but Perez out of the way in time. Roxanne scoops her up, looking for a quick win here, and a kick out by Kairi. And a kick right to the face.
Go Joe.
That put Kairi Zane on Dream Street. Roxanne, running uppercut to the back of the neck. Now Roxanne Perez going to climb the ropes. There's a connecting to Kairi.
Roxanne reminds me of AJ. Yep. I could definitely see that, and that's definitely why CM Punk favors her a lot, because he definitely does favor her.
Focusing the attack once again on the damage.
But he did say you're trying too hard. That's what he said.
That's a sacrifice.
He said you can never be like her. Oopsie. Because CM Punk did say that. One time he showed up in NXT, he did say, "You remind me of someone." Just charging my phone. Damn it, I forgot to put on the charger before the stream started, but oh well.
Kairi trying to muscle up Roxanne. What in the heck is she looking for here? That's the Alabama slam as Roxanne Perez is just holding on here. Roxanne. And again back to the injured arm. And a great offensive strategy by one half of the tag chain.
I really do like her bottom piece though. It's just that glitterized on the butt can be like, you know, a little bit of a downside because you could be sticking onto certain stuff. Especially that must be a pain in the butt to sit on, like, you know, cloth stuff, like, you know, if you sit on a blanket or something, you would stick on it.
WWE after the arm injury. Also understands she holds several records in swashbuckling. Oh, really? What I've heard, I can't confirm or deny. Got it. And a headbutt by Kairi. Knocked down is Perez. Not where Roxanne wants to be. Kairi, top rope yet again. Down goes Perez.
My algorithm is off speed. I suppose I haven't watched wrestling in a
One bad
while.
arm. Nobody home. Roxanne now.
I feel that, but that can't be me at the same time.
The Alabama slam delivered. Roxanne's down. Kairi may have her where she wants her. Looking for the insane elbow.
Ha ha ha.
It's a sight to behold.
Ha ha, that guy's a creep.
Raquel Rodriguez coming to the aid of Roxanne. Maybe the official should do his job. Raquel out of here.
Oh. That's cute.
Well, unfortunately for Kairi, attacking Raquel.
Pulling at Io. Kairi Zane with the camera.
The numbers game called. Kick down low. Roxanne looking for pop rocks.
Hey.
Counter by Kairi. Shoulders down. Backslide.
You can do it. Yay. Good job. You redeemed yourself. You don't show up to injure people, girly, and I never thought that for a second. Yeah, but yes.
Kairi didn't see that
me laugh listening to your commentary because my wife comments on women's outfit almost the exact same time you do. Oh. I'm kind of like, relieved to hear that because I feel like sometimes I'm too critiqued, but I can't help it. Asuka's here to rescue her. Kabuki Warrior reunites. That's gonna be the Raw team. That's gonna be the Raw team. If we have a Raw team, you guys. Kabuki Warriors. You better spray some of that blue mist. Spray some of that colored mist.
The Empress about to go for a ride. Raquel looking for the Tahana bomb. Kairi Zane though.
Whoa.
Asuka into the armbar. And now Kairi from behind. Don't make Raquel over. A brilliant defensive double team by the former Kabuki Warriors. Here comes Asuka. Empress attack. Floors Rodriguez. And Roxanne trying to dump Kairi Zane, and Asuka now. We're going to put Roxanne down for good. Setting her up for
Just do it.
Kairi.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Top rope.
It's the ultimate.
Welcome back to the Kabuki Warriors.
Aw. Kawaii. I think it's cute how they kind of have the same. They have the same hair streaks. Kairi has purple and blue too. She has more blue than she has purple. Yeah, but like I was saying before, I can't help it. I love fashion, and I wear all kinds of odd and very unique J fashions all the time. The fashion styles that I wear today are considered not normal in the eyes of casual people, so I do my best to try and make that sort of style appeal so it can be categorized as normal. So my goal as fashion lovers to try every J fashion. And I've tried at least 3 of them so far, and that's Lolita Decora, and Jiraike.
Taking down the Oscilla, but still a plethora of bad blood between these superstars. Let's check in with Jack.
I can't consider Y2K a J fashion. Y2K is revolutionary.
Sami, where do I even begin? I mean, I tried to interview you last week. You were attacked by Karrion Kross. You're very clearly dealing with some sort of rib injury. And then you got Bron Breakker out here taking verbal jabs at you to kick off Monday Night Raw ahead of a huge match between the two of you. I mean, how are you managing all of this?
I'm not managing. I have too much on my plate. I would love to think more about my ribs, my injured ribs. I would love to pay more attention to that. I would love to deal with it more, but I can't. And I would love to pay more attention to Karrion Kross, who's probably lurking around here somewhere. And I would love to pay more attention to the revenge that I am going to get on Karrion Kross, but it's not going to be tonight.
They should have had Shinsuke with all the Japanese.
I have to think about Bron Breakker, and I don't care what Bron Breakker has to say. I don't care if he doesn't like my beard, or if he doesn't like my music, or if he can bench press more weight than me. I don't care. None of it matters. Okay? But I have to pay attention to him because in that ring, he's one of the most dangerous people.
Shinsuke hasn't even been on TV
so
that
that's
much.
all I can think about.
Yeah. I don't know why,
Karrion
but
Kross,
he's not.
I'll deal with him.
But we need more male Japanese wrestlers anyway. We have so many girl Japanese wrestlers.
Sami Zayn taking
Asuka,
on
Io Sky, Kairi Zane, Julia.
Scarlett, Is there something that you were hoping to say, or what's going on here? No.
Okay, whatever, but Scarlett did have a nice corset. Scarlett be rocking with the corsets, but way too spiky for my liking. And those are like thin spikes, thin long ones. It looks pretty, but that would be torture to hug someone. Just imagine if you hug someone, they're like, ow, ow, ow.
Who's ready to get married? Sure, I'm a bad kid. No bad guys too. Rated PG. Introduced August 1st.
A Chewy pharmacy order is on the way.
But like I said before, as far as Japanese wrestlers go, they need more male ones. But I hope they have that Yoshiki guy from NXT join the main roster at least. Because that's definitely a Japanese male wrestler we could use right now.
Mom uses Chewy to get his flea and tick meds at a great price. Delivered right to their door, or right to the couch. For quality meds and great prices, for life with pets, there's Chewy.
This designer bag if you can prove to me that you know your finances.
Let's do it.
How many subscriptions do you have?
Probably just Netflix and Spotify.
All right, it's saying you have 13 subscriptions, which is costing you around $270 a month.
What? The app is telling you all of this?
It shows you all your expenses in one place, and it can even help you create a budget, which I think you need.
She's looking at Sami trying to
Don't worry about those
control
13
him.
subscriptions if you didn't know you had.
Yeah, I don't know what their
Cancel the ones you
deal
don't want
is.
right through the app, and it can even help you try.
But
to
I always
refund.
saw Scarlett as a, like, you know, her character, like, whose life source relies on carrying Cross's winnings, or else she's, like, you know, really, like, you know, lifeless and goes on a rampage. That's the way I always pictured her. At least when she was blonde, that's the case. But ever since she went brunette, I don't know, her personality has been... Who do you think will beat John Cena for the title? I have no idea. But Cody Rhodes did let on that this SummerSlam match will be different than the WrestleMania match, and I hope he means that in a good way. Not saying that the WrestleMania match was bad. Well, it kind of was bad because, like, you know, John Cena's heel turn and everything, but otherwise it was good. That's the only thing that was, like, you know, let down. It was good at the time because it was new, but he hasn't let his character speak for itself.
Too many stars to count. SummerSlam on a whole nother level.
Yeah, thank you.
SummerSlam. August 2nd
Yeah, no
and 3rd.
Travis got this
Individual
time. I
combo
hope
tickets on
not.
sale now.
But I did hear Jelly Roll is going to be in a storyline soon, and it's not even a storyline that's going to be like, you know, for next for like this pay-per-view. It's going to be for next pay-per-view or something soon-ish. I'm not sure, but they did let on that Jelly Roll's next in line. I'm like, not that I hate Jelly Roll, it's just that definitely prefer Bad Bunny. We need Bad Bunny back.
We make it happen. What is the problem? There is a problem.
So Grande Americano is competing tonight.
El Grande Americano requested the match himself tonight. That's impossible. Why? Because Champion was hurt. What? Yes, he's hurt.
You just admit it.
Champion's injury would have anything to do with El Grande Americano. Well, because this is simple. I mean,
Listen, I'm talking to Chad.
He just gave it away, you dumbass. Why would they do that?
he has my number. Now I know that you're not in here for this, so why are you?
Actually, I want a spot in the Battle Royal at Evolution.
I could have just led with that because you're in it. Oh, yeah. Happy? Yeah. Good. Good. Thanks for coming. All right.
Good.
Enjoy your Monday. All right. Oscar.
We want to talk about evolution.
I bet we're thinking the same thing.
We want to take down Judgment Day.
You two represent Raw at Evolution in that fatal four-way for the women's tag team championship. We reunite.
Go for your warrior!
That's so cute. That's so cute. Not them singing the song.
For all our sakes, Adam Pearce is finished
That's
dancing.
so
That is
cute.
massive news. The Kabuki Warriors being added to the four-way for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Evolution continues to shape up.
I did like the Kabuki Warriors theme though. It was really nice.
And Roxanne will defend against the Kabuki Warriors. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. NXT's Sol Ruka and Zarya. That takes place on Sunday.
What do we got? What do you think about Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes being cast in the new Street Fighter movie? I think it's perfect. I mean, I'm a little iffy on Roman Reigns being Akuma because, like, you know, I don't know. I just never saw it. I just saw it being someone else, I guess, because I can't really say much either because I haven't played Street Fighter all that much. I know of it. It's just that I know nothing beyond just the characters' names. I don't know, like, you know, what's really the story on either one of them, except that Ken and Ryu are, you know, childhood friends. That's the only thing I really know. But I hope CGI does them justice because that's the only way I could see them possibly looking like, you know, their characters. Except Cody Rhodes, because all you need to do is just style the hair the right way and just dress in the clothing. I prefer not celebrities in wrestling. I don't even like Logan Paul. Forget Logan Paul, he doesn't count. Everybody else does a way better job than him. Even Showspeed did a better job than him.
I want to have that match at Clash of Paris.
I'd rather it be vice versa. Showspeed is still Logan Paul.
You fear the challenges that get put in front of you, but you don't run from your past. You face it, you learn from it.
I got a conspiracy idea that goes deep. Nicole, this is bringing a Randy power trip.
History-making event, so why can't I make history now?
Ew, I don't think they would do something like that again.
I will prove to everyone why Nikki Bella.
I don't think they would do something like that again because, I mean, look at Sonya Deville when she was, like, you know, trying to purposely screw over Naomi. That, like, you know, storyline didn't do so well, but maybe it's different with them, but I guess. Alistair Black using his dark powers. Yep. And Reigns as Akuma is way more believable than Cody being like I said, I hope CGI does them justice because that's the only way I could legitimately see it. It all depends who's making it even. I don't even know what studio's making the Street Fighter movie anyway.
Sami Zayn has his work cut out for him. Very angry Bron Breaker is ready to...
Everyone wants to beat up Sami. Yep. Shut up. I hate Logan Paul, so if you like Logan Paul, then go away. Let me rephrase that. If you like him as a person, go away. But if you like him as his talent, you can stay. Because Logan Paul is talented, athletic-wise. But as far as character-wise and just as a person in general, he's terrible.
If Sami's not 100%, which it looks like he's not, this is a bad decision to step in the ring.
Yeah.
From behind, Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross continues his vendetta against Sami Zayn. Sami said he wanted to put Kross in the rear view. Oh, not the pipe again. That's the reason Sami's got his ribs taped because of the attacks from the pipe blast.
Come on, Jey Uso / Penta.
Somebody stop this lunatic. Who's going to stop this lunatic, Cole? He's going to break Sami Zayn's ribs. Finally, our general manager, Adam Pearce, rushing out here, taking that pipe away. Kross continues the assault on Zayn. Bitter after a loss to Zayn at Night of Champions.
Well then.
A new contender.
alive.
Like watching a real man.
I like his talent in WWE, never like him as a person. Don't care about him, but his matches are good. They're not that good, but okay. Yeah, Logan Paul is a good athlete, but ultimately, I know next to nothing about actual pro wrestling matches. Yep. He just has to, like, you know, actually take it seriously, just to like shut people up. He just does it to pacify.
Bring the juice. Time to bring the juice.
They need to make more main eventers. That's why I'm gunning for Karrion Kross, and maybe him and Aleister Black have a great feud. Well, as far as I know, Karrion Kross's contract is up in 3 months, and him and Scarlett have no plans on re-signing. And with the way they're treated, I don't think they want him, and I don't blame them. But it'll be sad anyway.
You can get your paycheck up to 2 days early, earn up to 4% on your savings, and you can allocate your paycheck automatically between savings and investments.
Thanks, Jay. But to be clear, lose the old banking habit. Keep sprinkles?
Cash out. No tricks, no ponies, just smart money moves.
Lolz's best deal ever is back, because we know you love to get the most out of your pizza by getting the most on your pizza. Get any hand-tossed, pan, thin crust, or New York-style pizza with any toppings for just $9.99 online. Get extra without paying extra for $9.99 at Domino's.
Need a little help?
He gets TV time every week. The other option
Need some
is
advice? We got advice. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Exceptional customer service. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people. O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Some things are inevitable, inescapable, set in stone from the day we're born. And some aren't. Through Hims, you can get access to a range of options made with proven ingredients to stop hair loss and regrow hair. Formulas are personalized and prescribed by licensed medical providers 100% online. Break tradition with Hims.
Who is my celebrity crush?
For regrowth in 3 to 6 months.
I don't really have one.
Get started today at hims.com.
Because I'm not that obsessed with any celebrities like that. Now, voice actors, they're another story. He's still going for it. Let's go for it.
Are you sure this is what you want him? I'm here. I'm here. I'm good.
Are you sure about that? Look at me. John Cena. Your stupid memes are rubbing off on me. Have you watched an AEW show? Yeah, I did. I watched like at least half of it one time, but I saw what you call it, Dean Ambrose throwing someone off a car, and he had a head full of blood, and I'm like, what else is new? It's the same shit every time I tune into AEW. It's Dean Ambrose with a bloody ass head and him laughing about it. So I'm like, nah. Karrion Kross is in playing the same
Corey Braun Breaker earlier tonight called it at the mouth when he was talking about his disdain and his hatred for Sami Zayn. Now he says tonight is Sami Zayn's expiration date. And now this monster is walking into a ring with a man who may have broken ribs, who's nowhere near 100%. He's gonna destroy Sami tonight. I agree with you wholeheartedly, Cole. We know that as long as there's breath in the lungs of Sami Zayn, Sami will never quit, never back down. But maybe tonight, Sami should reconsider, because that is the face of a man who is ready to feast on a broken opponent. We heard Breaker say earlier tonight that Sami Zayn quite simply doesn't fit the
Waldo. Welcome back.
Bron Breakker is the face of WWE. Sami Zayn, for the better part of the year, has had this vendetta and this battle against Bron Breakker. It's kicked up a notch the past few weeks with the situation with Seth Rollins and company, and now Sami Zayn has to go one-on-one with this madman. Kicked up a notch, but it's going to come to an end tonight. There's no two ways about it. There is no way in hell Sami Zayn wins this match. The Lion toying with his injured friend. Bron Breakker with a
I guess I'll just limp home then. They hate limping more than running.
Do you disagree, Cole? No, you've been around this game long enough to know better. As tough as Sami is, as talented as Sami is, at the end of the day, he is no physical match for this mutant we know as Bron Breakker. Yeah, Bron Breakker hasn't been a match since September of last year. The man has been incredible. He's even better now that he's got Heyman at his side, along with Seth Rollins and Bronson Reed, and now burying Sami in the corner of the shoulders to the injured ribs. And we mentioned this earlier. This is what Kairi and Cross are talking about.
That's all it takes.
The sensational need by Sami Zayn to please the WWE fans, to come out here and entertain, no matter what his health and well-being is. Look at him.
I don't either. I don't get you.
I don't know why! You idiots cheer for him! It's pathetic! He's a bum! I don't necessarily agree with Bron Breakker that Sami's pathetic, but
I don't get your existence in this whole group, honestly.
Sami would rather come into this ring and have himself beaten to an absolute
I'm just as confused as you are.
of his life outside of WWE, to the detriment of his family. That's how much Sami loves the WWE Universe. It's like an addiction. He needs more. And to Cross's point, and he said, look at now, I don't know how much protection that tape actually gave Sami.
How much protection that,
knees right to the
honestly.
Sami Zayn gasping for air. But Cross's point to Sami Zayn is this: hey, maybe you can focus on yourself and think about yourself.
That'll he gave Sami. Yeah, I was a little
That's not his makeup. His entire career is fighting for the WWE fans. Unfortunately, self-preservation seems to have been an instinct Sami was born without. Bron Breakker having time of his life right now, reminding Sami of just the perilous state in which he's trapped. You see the welts that have already been building. I mean, it's tough to tell. Is that from last week? Is that from the pipe last week? Is it from earlier tonight?
Is it from last week?
Bandages off! My God!
I don't know, man. I don't think scars stay that red for a week.
Badass Bron Breakker, who is quite literally licking his chops. Stay down, Sami. Stay down.
Deep small. I'm not familiar, but thanks for suggesting me to you, I guess.
Sami trying to somehow will himself back into this matchup. Does Sami have just a bit left to somehow pull off what would be a massive upset?
Come on.
Sami's made a career out of massive upsets, but I don't have any idea. I have no conceivable idea as to how Sami is fighting through this pain. Sami now second rope, Breakker slowly making it back to his feet. Sami's
Hey! See, that scares me. Just spear in the air like that.
He's not getting up. You're exactly right. Chad's got to get out here and call this thing off.
Seems a little dangerous.
Sami's just writhing in pain out here, just a few feet away from us. Want to make sure our doctors and our trainers are out here. Oh my God. Sami, come on, Sami. Sami, look out.
Oh, come on.
Sami, look out. Sami, get the hell out.
It's a wrap.
Oh my God.
He missed on purpose. I'm so glad.
Get somebody out here.
He's self-aware, so.
Chad, do something.
He's self-aware, so I'm glad he didn't put too much impact on it.
I hope Alan Pierce, our general manager, is having second thoughts about
should have Prime. So, yeah. I told you, if I was sitting in the corner where the Prime cards are, I would just take one. Because, seriously, what is the purpose of those Primes being set up on that cart? Because, great, is it not enough promotion that it's on the mat or anywhere else in this whole damn arena? Like, come on.
I mean, listen, I applaud Sami Zayn, okay? The guts, the heart of a warrior.
How's Mom? I saw your post about 2 weeks ago. Yes, the surgery was good. She's doing fine.
Breaker last week and now again tonight. Nobody can say that Bron Breaker didn't warn Sami Zayn. Let's look at this again. I mean,
that's not as bad as it could have been, but it's gonna be worse now that the match is over. That spear wasn't that much impactful. He put his head too down for them to have the full impact.
Listen, again, I admire Sami Zayn and I admire his guts and everything he's accomplished in his career.
Groundbreaker one guy.
Somebody needs to save Sami Zayn from himself. Sami Zayn will continue to do this each and every week. Someone has to make a conscious decision to save Sami from himself.
I completely agree with you. I'm a guy who's personally found Sami Zayn to be rather annoying over the years. One of my greatest rivals years back. You hate to see anybody so lost in the adulation of the WWE universe that their actual personal well-being is jeopardized. That's what we just see.
Well, for Seth Rollins,
I would take 2 Prime, but honestly, I don't know what flavor that is because usually when they have like special design Primes on it, it's usually another flavor topped on another flavor. Except for that moon drink that I had, it was kind of funny. I mean, I liked it, but it was too tangy for me, so that's why I stopped buying it. I only bought it out of curiosity. Otherwise, I would just take cherry freeze or ice pop.
And the battle would continue and spill to the outside and all over the ringside area.
But that berry freeze drink that I had was good too. I don't like it as much as cherry freeze though. Berry freeze definitely does taste like blueberry lemonade to me.
Make sure our name is top of the list. For sure, and I will keep you in the loop, absolutely.
Oh dear.
Somebody tell me what the hell I'm looking at.
What is
We're
this?
in morning.
Morning.
It's actually evening.
Grieving!
What are we grieving? You should know. You're an accomplice.
First we're mourning Liv Morgan, now we're mourning the New Day losing.
Now, the least that you can do is tell us when we have our rematch.
Yeah, but Kofi Kingston,
What do these dummies say?
in my opinion, Chelsea Green wore it better, so
All title opportunities went to new challenges.
Chelsea Green wore her morning outfit better when she lost her title, so
That's not what we have right for claiming championship.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you, Becky. Can you believe this guy? Full of horrible ideas.
Oh, this one is full of horrible ideas. You know what wasn't a horrible idea?
What's that?
Getting rid of Big E. I hate that guy. Real scumbag.
Do it, lady.
you're tripping. Oh, Becky Lynch. See, why can't we have more backstage interactions like that? Favoritism, am I right?
Looking for some positive energy.
Oh yeah, Happy Gilmore too. I'm gonna watch that.
What the hell is happening?
Let's go. Oscar.
I'm hungry. I had dinner already, but I don't know if I want to have some. I'm craving cereal but I'm also craving hot dogs too, and I don't know which one I want.
In here, everybody knows whose game this is. It's our game, Oz. You want to channel your inner savage?
Yeah, Becky Lynch is overrated. I'm sorry, but it's true. No, you're right.
Yeah.
guy.
Okay, there's
But
Bennett in the
I
cabinet.
like Becky Lynch more than I'll always like Becky Lynch more than Charlotte.
Grab two.
Because Becky Lynch can be an annoying heel, but not as annoying as Charlotte. Cereal or hot dogs, way different choices. Well, that's what happens when you want something sweet and savory at the same time. But you know you can have both, and if you do, you're definitely gonna have a stomach ache.
And elevate our performance. What do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your
I'm just
resolve.
trying to envision what I would like more.
Maybe you surround yourself with positivity. Or you need to center yourself. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body. It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and
Hot dog in a bowl of milk. I ain't wasting good food on some bullcrap inventos.
The legends, the chaos. And now, the icon returns for one final match. Goldberg.
I ain't a TikTok cooker.
Heavyweight Championship. No one spared. Everyone speared. Saturday night's main event. Live nationwide Saturday at 8. What a weekend in Atlanta, Georgia.
But on one episode of Two Broke Girls, they did make a cake order that had bacon bits and then a hot dog inside the cake, because they were really, it was a cake order for people who wanted to cheat on their diet, and it had just meat inside the cake, and I was like, huh.
Championship at Evolution. Becky Lynch, pouring up. This is a triple threat match. The odds not in the favor of the fans, and anybody.
Two Broke Girls is hilarious. Yeah, I love that show with all my heart. Such a shame that it got canceled.
Becky Lynch. Remember the first Evolution event? She actually competed in last woman's.
What did my mom make tonight? She didn't make anything, but we had leftovers of last night, which was rice and ribs. So I already ate that, so I'm just choosing what I want to eat next.
Can someone please explain to me how two losers, two people who just lost last week to each other, have a title match against me, a triple threat at Evolution, where statistically I am at a disadvantage? Can somebody please explain?
Becky Lynch, I'll just say thank you for showing Palestine colors.
Look. I get it. From Pierce's perspective, I'm the greatest female wrestler who ever lived. I get it, and it's not just me saying that. Other people say that. Sports Illustrated say that. Multiple-time women's champion, main event of WrestleMania, New York Times best-selling author. I'm in all these shows, movies right now. I'm hot. I get it. I get him. I get it from his perspective. You need me on Evolution.
Maxie.
But I beat Bailey. I beat Lyra.
Do I like Gojo? Who doesn't like Gojo? Even if you don't watch Jujutsu Kaisen like I do, how can you not think Gojo is hot?
Io got to pick her own opponent. Tiffany got to pick her own opponent. Hey, I picked this woman right here. And I beat you in a second. So what I think, I think what's happening.
Have a good night. Thank you for directing.
It's all a show. It's all a ruse. Bailey and Lyra, they're in cahoots. They're working together.
I think I heard of the show, but I don't know what it's about. But thanks for joining me anyway. Hope you can join again. Thank you. Goodbye.
Last week pinned each other. Do you know how statistically rare that is to happen in wrestling?
I have no idea what you just said. Hey, those pants look like Vegeta pants. A little. You didn't get the chance, girlie.
Well, not to be upstaged.
I also love that chunky chain necklace that she has. As far as what I would wear I definitely would wear what Lyra is wearing, except for platformers except for those platformers. She always wears platformers with every outfit, but I'm like, platformers don't have to go with every black outfit. You could just wear regular sneakers like I do.
Wrapped around the waist of a bucket full of crazy, and I think it's time I took it back.
But I like that crop top with the glittery fishnet. It's really good, and you know, you can't go wrong with the black skirt with the big zipper. It looks like a skirt.
Is that I should be standing here as the Intercontinental Champion if it wasn't for you 2 weeks ago. She's speaking to me. She's really speaking to me. Look at me. What a treat. I'm sorry. It's just I'm having a bit of trouble keeping up. We get it. All right? Get over it. I didn't get back to you after WrestleMania. Let it go, okay? If WrestleMania taught me anything, is that I don't need partners. And I damn sure don't need any more friends. What I do need is that championship right there.
Oh, Bailey! Listen to you! After 13 years of failed friendships and grimy hugs, another one bites the dust, huh? Well, it's good to see you not trying so hard anymore. Because, yeah, she really dropped you like a hot potato at WrestleMania.
No, it's time we set the record straight on this. And I have to tell you what I never told you. Everybody thinks that I called Becky and brought her back at WrestleMania. I didn't. Becky secretly attacked you, and then Becky called me.
But, there wasn't much hesitation in your voice, was there? But you know, I remember this one thing that you said. You said,
Baggy back outfit is good, yeah.
It's everything that I am pretending to be.
It's good for the winter, just not good in the summer. Like,
well, how's that working out for you? Because it seems like she's not pretending anymore, is she? Hate to say I told you
like
so.
I only suggest wearing baggy clothing in the summer if you're being in a place that involves air conditioning. Otherwise, no.
One thing. How nice of you to finally admit it. You don't care about friendship when it comes to championship gold, right?
But there's probably definitely air conditioning in there, so they could wear baggy clothing.
Like her.
Yes, this is a Gojo plush.
And I know what I have to do now. On Sunday at Evolution, I have to rescue that championship from 2 massive disappointments. You know what, Lyra? I sat front row when you were the first ever Women's Intercontinental Champion. When you won that championship for the first time, I sat right there. And when we had that tag tournament to get to WrestleMania, I stood on the apron and I watched the work you put in. I watched you rise to the top. I watched you go to WrestleMania and become a double champion. And then I watched you lose that Intercontinental Championship, and you raised her hand like a little bitch.
Oh.
And here we go, Bailey and Lyra rolling. They're going right where I left off last Monday.
Triple threat. I will give Lyra credit. She knows how to fight in platformers, something that I could never do. I could hardly run in platformers, and I only ran twice in platformers, and I did it pretty well because I know how to get my way around with platformers, but it's torture to run with. So the fact that she's fighting in them, but to be fair, But to be fair, those are sneaker platformers, so I can understand why there's a little more secureness on the soles. Very good, girly.
Like Bayley and Becky Lynch, you may be right. We may have a brand new Intercontinental Champion. She may be well on her way. A massive weekend for WWE. Actually gets underway Friday. Music City, USA.
So will it be a triple threat? Most likely it will be, with the way things keep turning out.
Jelly Roll will be in the house in Nashville Friday night live.
Now, when I said Jelly Roll would be involved in a storyline, I'm not sure what, but I hope it's a good one.
What about the brawl last week between Sheamus and Rusev?
Hi there.
Banger, as Sheamus likes to say. Let's revisit it. WrestleMania brawl. Rusev and Sheamus. It's
Okay, after thinking long and hard, I think I'll have hot dogs because I kind of want to feel full, and I kind of want to feel a little bit full right now, so I think eating a savory food will definitely help me get full instead of something sweet, because I would have to pour a pretty big bowl to feel full off of cereal, so I'll just take a sip.
Perfect. It could not have gone any better. I'm so proud. Hey, I'm proud of you, man. What's wrong? What's the deal?
I mean, what are we going to do about Cross?
What do you mean, Cross?
Hey, Grant, I know you sort of set the table for me, but like, people are going to think I couldn't do it by myself.
No, come on. No, we don't have to worry about Cross. Nobody likes him, but Sami Zayn is the target tonight. And you got it, man. Not with one spear, not with two spears, but 3 spears. You took him. What's wrong? What's wrong?
See, did you guys hear the news?
No.
Sami Zayn is out of action. Indefinitely.
You know, it just occurred to me that Jey Uso isn't perfectly fine.
He won't be after I'm done.
Bronson Reed is in tonight. Keep my eating close to the rest. Rodwig, a lot that you made it quite some time. Bronson Reed has received his marching orders. And Jey Uso very well may meet the same fate that Sami Zayn just did. So, Sami Zayn and Jey Uso with Penta. They're trying to be some sort of lovers. I wouldn't say that at all. I think they're standing up for what they believe is right. Unfortunately, their vision is not compatible with the vision of Paul Heyman, Seth Rollins, Bronson Reed, and Bron Breakker.
Now then. Okay, those are on the stove. Don't worry, I heard what happened to Sami Zayn. He's out indefinitely. My mom got it in the TV in the living room as always. So. Oh well. But that's a facade though.
Jey Uso, big Bronson Reed. Live.
I was sent here to be a good man. I will destroy him.
Good luck with that.
Real American beer, a brand new national treasure.
No eat shades. No, he had some. I saw them. I think he took them off or gave them to somebody.
Cheesesteaks, brownies.
You called the right place, Shop.
This order is my Everest. See you at the summit. We're making you Papa pairings for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
I should go on AliExpress. I should go on AliExpress and buy some eat shades.
Especially when it's about saving you money. That's why we give you great deals on our tires by price matching any competitor.
Yes, I am the type to buy
Call us and book your
bootleg merchandise, but I don't care so long as it's a good kind.
For adults with obesity, to help lose weight and keep it off. Zepbound can help adults lose up to 48 pounds. And some lost over 58 pounds.
Zepbound works differently by activating two naturally occurring hormone receptors in my body. It's changing what I believe is possible when it comes to weight loss.
Don't take if allergic to it, or if you or someone in your family had medullary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Tell your doctor if you get a lump or swelling in your neck. Stop Zepbound and call your doctor if you have severe stomach pain or a serious allergic reaction. Severe side effects may include inflamed pancreas or gallbladder problems. Tell your doctor if you experience vision changes, depression, or suicidal thoughts before scheduled procedures with anesthesia. If you're nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills. Taking Zepbound with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and worsen kidney problems. I'm working to help break the cycle of weight loss and weight gain.
Zepbound means change. Discover the weight loss you can be bound for.
Ask your healthcare provider about Zepbound. Explore savings options today.
The world will know you as pop stars.
Yay, Huntrix, K-pop Demon Hunters. Where are the K-pop Demon Hunter fans at? I need more of these girls. They were just so good. And yes, I will do a cover. I will do a cover song to some of the Demon Hunter songs. I'm debating on whether I want to do Golden or Free, but I might do both anyway because they're both so good.
Tonight's WWE Raw is brought to you by Minute Maid. Bring the juice. Jey Uso looking to bring the juice tonight against Big Bronson Reed as the yeeting continues.
That's
I'm not gonna lie, for a minute I realized this might be the last time Jey Uso is physically able to eat. I actually considered eating myself. And I realized it's a kind of a cheap suit. I didn't want to do it.
You're dumb.
I just didn't want to get on Bronson Reed's back side.
But Paul Heyman, do you really have to carry that suitcase everywhere? Because Seth Rollins and the whole group. When Seth Rollins is with you, I understand, but with everyone else, who cares? It's not their suitcase.
Being told that he's accompanied by the man now known as the Oracle, Paul Heyman. I'll try to put a little respect on Paul Heyman's name after the insults of last week, Cole. You know, he heard you. You were incessantly chattering at him while Heyman was trying to make some very important business moves. Well, I want to know who he was calling during a match. That's none of your business, but Heyman took to social media to chide you, so to speak. I'm not going to repeat it all. It's not necessarily appropriate for air, but let's just say the Oracle was none too pleased with Mr. Michael Cole. A great agent of divine communication. It's an Oracle. Extremely wise. Nonetheless, Big Bronson Reed, Jey Uso one-on-one tonight. Big Bronson Reed says it's about respect. He said Seth Rollins once didn't respect him, so he no longer have those tsunamis. Now, Seth respects him. He says Jey Uso doesn't respect him, so he's going to give Jey Uso some of the same medicine tonight. Fortunately for the former world heavyweight champion, main event Jey Uso might want a little divine intervention to get past the Destroyer. Jey Uso, the former world champion.
Get out of here.
In fact,
I don't want to.
Oh, goodness. I'm going to say Jay pinned Bronson Reed in a fatal four-way last month with a kick of the
Ow!
Interesting to note that Bronson Reed has never been in a match
probably has it one five.
with Jey Uso in which he has won. That could very well all change tonight. Heard the mentality with Braun Breaker. See what he did to Sami Zayn? We heard.
Just
and we're seeing what he is doing to Jey Uso.
What did Karrion Kross do to Sami Zayn, you mean? Yes. Yes, he hit him. Yes. Well, not the back before the match even started. He did the same thing he did last time. Hit him with the steel pipe.
No doubt about it. Not that Big Bronson Reed required any additional motivation.
Fighting Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker didn't help.
It's proven to be easier said than done because main event Jey reminded Big Bronson Reed what he is all about.
I don't want to take Karrion Kross versus Seth Rollins. Yeah, that's a good one.
Intercontinental Championship. Never one to back down. The sheer size of Bronson Reed is a few feet in front of us. What is going on inside the head of main event Jey Uso? Incoming! Suicide dive! Bronson Reed up over on the announce table.
You do this.
Wow, you're the one that put him in there. How the fuck I got
Because you're gonna get your own anyway. You're getting it for
you. Expect this out of Jey Uso tonight. I'd be lying if I said I didn't.
Get out of here.
Main event Jey Uso. This is a man who became world heavyweight champion on the grandest stage of them all. He should never count Jey completely out. But we know what the headspace is of Big Bronson Reed. And we know who's calling the shots. Rollins and Heyman, as if Bronson wasn't dangerous enough to begin with. Well, Jey Uso clearing offer on announce table. Not quite sure what he plans to do with Bronson Reed here. He's got to lift 330 pounds up if he wants to put Reed through the table. And now Bronson Reed turning his attention to the table that Jey Uso cleared off. Jey, however, kicked to Reed. Reed into the chair. I'm not sure he wants to be there.
I'm not sure he wants to be there.
Say it too loud, Cole.
Oh my God.
Taken out by a fiery Jey Uso tonight. Jey caught Bronson Reed right on the temple with that super kick. Knocking Reed out of the chair, and Jey now with a few valuable seconds to compose himself, but fully understanding he needs to keep applying the pressure. And now Jey Uso looking for perhaps another suicide dive.
Am I familiar with Jim Cornette?
Oh, no! Official Jessica Carter caught the disqualification.
I don't think they care anymore.
Into Jey Uso, picking Jey out of midair, and now Jey Uso's in deep, deep trouble. This was never a
Put more people on the injury list. Why don't we?
He promised he would tsunami respect into Jey Uso like he did Seth Rollins. This is about tearing down the status quo and rebuilding WWE into their own vision. A second tsunami from Big Bronson Reed. And finally, our general manager and officials are coming in here. again, Corey, I just mentioned it. This was never about winning a match with Bronson Reed. Obviously, as a result of this qualification, the winner's purse is going to go to Jey Uso. But again, this is about respect. This is about making a statement.
On the field, it's great. But when you walk into the locker room, it's
that ass. Yo.
You in the way, like what
Climbing all over me.
You in the way.
Climb over me
You
again.
in the way.
I don't care.
So get out of
I'm not in
here.
the
Like
way.
you know.
You just don't climb over.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. You don't climb over no damn body,
room.
especially not me. I don't care. I fight people who try to climb over.
Then get out of my way next time, and I won't.
Iams for life. Also try new Iams Healthy Weight Cat Food.
Always costing money. But when you get the Cash App card and direct deposit at least $300 each month, you're good. In this economy, we can waive that ATM fee. And when distractions happen, and all of a sudden, you've overdrafted, we can give you free overdraft coverage too. And even when your goals feel a million miles away, your savings are still working for you with 4% interest. So you're good.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made these $15 bills. You know, it's green, it saves you money, maybe my face is on it, maybe the back of my head as well. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial here, and now I have a lot of counterfeit money to burn.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? There's an O'Reilly Auto Parts. Turn left, Tyler.
Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you don't want to do the repair yourself, we can recommend a shop for you.
Okay, Tyler, let's go fix your car.
Auto Parts.
Ladies and gentlemen, our Factor of Life tonight presented by Minute Maid as we head to Saturday night's main event in Atlanta. Goldberg co-made a 28-year in-ring career on what would be the 40th edition of Saturday night's main event. Live from Atlanta on NBC and Peacock, 8 Eastern, live nationwide Saturday night.
Let me talk to you. My man Seth Rollins, I am talking to you, the visionary, Mr. Money in the Bank. You hold the case, you hold the power. I'll tell you what, man. The one guy that you feel kind of chapped just a little bit is this guy. You got a whole lot of paying to do because you're in debt, my man. That's something that I feel like you should have belonged to. You are Mr. Money in the Bank. You hold the case. It's yours to carry the burden. Here's the thing. That burden's going to be real heavy to take. You try and sing the boys down there to do the damage? Let's think about it. 1 tsunami, 2 tsunami, 3 tsunami hours back in 1 week. And here's how it goes down, my man.
Who's the main event?
I can't take
I think that's Seth Rollins and Penta.
That's okay. I ain't gonna try to. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make that case a permanent part of you. Whether I stick it up your keister or I attach it to your damn head, you can bet that after Saturday night's main event, you can be the one to hold
hot dog one I see. Yeah, because I want to feel full right now.
Yeah. For the self-made megastar, LA Knight never short on words, but this Saturday night, the time for talking is through. LA Knight goes one-on-one with Mr. Money in the Bank, Seth freaking Rollins, on Saturday night's main event. And Monday Night Raw is live tonight on Netflix and presented by Snickers. We're in Providence, Rhode Island. Final Monday Night Raw before a massive weekend in Atlanta. Of course, Saturday night's main event on NBC and Peacock. It's 8 o'clock Eastern, and it is a live nationwide. Don't forget Grande American Bash Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern. NXT's best of you back. And also on Sunday, of course, it is Evolution, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock on the West Coast on Peacock, and of course Netflix internationally, where the Women's World Championship will be on the line.
You've never defeated Io Sky in singles competition.
What did I put on there?
Does
Ketchup.
that affect your psyche at all going into this match?
A very basic person. Did I see the guy, Joey Chestnut? Yeah, I did. I heard about that. Yeah, I heard about that. But he said that he was kind of disappointed. He broke his record, he said, but he's kind of disappointed because he wanted to eat 80 instead of just 70. But I'm like, shit. The most hot dogs I think I could possibly eat is like 4 or 5.
Io has always had my number every step of the way. Whether it was the Mayhem Classic to NXT, now the Women's World Championship, that's always going to be on my mind. But I'm someone that likes to put this doubt into the fire that really sets me alive.
Well, I eat 2 every time we get hot dogs, so I figured that 3 or 2 more wouldn't hurt. As far as eating them so fast, I don't think I could eat them that fast. But just eating them in general, I could definitely probably have 4 or 3 or 5.
You are wrong about one thing. You are not on top. Not without this. Nobody in this division can stop me.
How is that even possible? Soaking the bread in water grosses me out. Yeah, just soaking it in their soda and you know, yeah. I don't want food that's already, like, you know, has a pre-chewed feeling in my mouth already. Hey, I heard like, you know, the second runner-up threw up afterwards, so.
I have nothing but respect for you. And if that is what you want, then I just want you to know that I'm going to suffer nothing to get this back.
Hi, bro.
So at Evolution,
welcome back.
Rhea Ripley versus
Pre-chewed, yeah.
for the Women's World
It'll just feel like it's pre-chewed if you soak it in water that long. But I know, I could possibly have 5, but I wouldn't, like, you know, try to test that theory so willingly.
At Evolution, Io, Rhea, the Women's World Championship. Okay, I cannot
Grande Americano. He got taller. He got taller. Oh, come on. He wants to proper to... He has to be trolling him.
You know what? Okay, so we all know that Chad Gable and Grande Americano.
Yes, it's Ludwig.
No, we don't know. Chad Gable was out with injury. He had shoulder surgery, so this can't be him. I'll get into this more in a minute. Grande's in action live.
Yeah?
Then Chad Gable's gonna burst out Grande Americano when he comes
Yes.
back.
But nobody's gonna question how El Grande became like 8 feet tall or something. Like 8 inches taller.
What Cass want? Are you throwing away money on your car insurance?
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, with Seth Rollins. Since Seth Rollins finally get his silver flower.
Convenient and save me lots of money.
Go to insurify.com and save up to $1,000 a year on your car insurance. I'm working on it.
Well, I have 2, so I have had 3 before, so I know I can eat 3. I just feel, I just like, you know, would keep it at 3. Like, you know, I don't need any more after that. I'm definitely full just after eating 2, but if I have room left for 1 more, then yeah.
Today can lead to even bigger ones tomorrow.
I can't imagine how horrible it feels when you have to push on. She,
for what's ahead.
Like us, you might be suffering.
you'll tear a new asshole, but that's their problem, not ours, and
We are the undiagnosed.
all I can advise is,
We've been told we snore at night.
all I can advise is to have some preparation H on standby.
This isn't drag, but we still have people who count on us. And we're more than just human beings. We are humans. Being. OSA is a chronic condition tied to breathing interruptions and oxygen deprivation during sleep. You're undiagnosed? That was us. Talk to your doctor about OSA. Let's keep being humans. Being.
It can't be Kurt Angle because Kurt Angle has a beard. And Kurt Angle's face is fatter.
What's up, man?
No, you better put a DEA on the back of that mob. Don't be slaying nothing over here, honey. Thank you. Hello. Ooh, Lord. Welcome to the
Have I had an NY system? No, I never had a chili dog, and frankly, I don't want to have a chili dog because I don't need meat. I don't need meat on top of meat. That's way too much, like, you know.
In WWE, including tomorrow morning, Raw recap. Sir, Megan and Sam are going to have a lot
That's definitely some hearty texture that you have to, like, you know, chew in your mouth and just, like, you know, swallow it.
The Undertaker and Cody Rhodes as well. Meanwhile, in the ring here, practically a huge duo. Set to do battle with, okay, I'm just going to call him an imposter. The El Grande Americano, who's a good foot bigger than Chad Gable / El Grande Americano, doesn't have the tattoo that both of those men had on their neck.
Thank you.
He doesn't even understand the
Thank you, Michael Cole.
idiosyncrasies that the true El Grande Americano goes through.
Listen, I, for one, am offended with you casting all these aspersions. You need to calm down with the conspiracy theories, Alex Jones, okay? This is El Grande Americano, the one and only, a superstar the world over, which is why Dragon Lee is out here tonight, because Dragon Lee
I
understands
used to have them and they were good, but I don't eat red meat anymore. So that can't be me. You must love Good Friday then.
Wants to make sure that he takes El Grande Americano down.
Well, in theory, should be
I
punished.
understand if Dragon Lee's a little fired up. It was El
Yeah,
Grande Americano.
yeah. I don't know what he's. I mean, I don't know what they're hinting with, like, you know, Grayson Waller with New Day, or if they, like, you know, backed out of that already and stuff. But either way, yeah.
I'm sure you think Dusty was the Midnight Rider too.
I can't believe WWE missed out on having Chad Gable portray Kurt Angle's son. Well, that did happen years ago with Jason Jordan, but look where that ended up.
They kicked the midsection out by Dragon Lee.
Jason Jordan is now an official.
And El Grande Americano, a little premature celebration there.
Over to the outside goes Dragon Lee. Face first into the top turnbuckle.
Listen, the guy couldn't even see. His mask doesn't even
Meatless chili.
Kick out.
Must be poor dry cleaning.
The mask is about 2 sizes too small for his head. And the waist lock now applied by Dragon Lee.
It's actually a measure of security. A lot of luchadors wear their masks too tight because, God forbid, you get unmasked. It's the ultimate disrespect.
I'd love to see this El Grande Americano get his mask ripped off right now.
You'd love to see a man's livelihood and everything that he's worked for and the traditions he represents disrespected in front of the world. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Thank you. That's the official.
I agree with you on that
one. A nice drop toe hold by El Grande into the second.
Yeah, but Jason Jordan doesn't look anything like Kurt.
El Grande is such a great luchador.
Chad Gable resembles Kurt. Yeah, it was established that he's trying to input some of his characterisms in himself.
So even you admit it's Chad Gable when you say gracias. That's like, thank you, Nate. Oh, and now.
But he insulted Kurt Angle numerous times, saying that he's better than Kurt Angle.
El Grande. See, look at, there's no tattoo. There's no tattoo on the back of his neck. You can get none at all. Moved all the time. I had his head right there looking at it. Oh!
Right between the eyes of Dragon Lee.
Dragon Lee, man.
I was that close and personal to this man. The mask doesn't fit. He has no tattoo as he rips Dragon Lee into the steel step. That's what you're going on. And he looked awfully familiar to me when I looked into those blue eyes. That didn't sound like a Spanish accent. Oh my goodness!
So luchadors can only speak Spanish? Is that the problem, Bill?
Oh, he bills himself from Mexico. You're egregious. You don't speak Spanish either.
I'm Charlize Theron. What's my go-to grudge match move? This one's called Night Lessons. This is table service. We can't forget the break check.
I've been gone for 2 weeks. What has happened? I don't know. That would take a lot of time to explain.
Only on Netflix.
With the short amount of time we have, but my streams are available if you want to catch up.
Others, not so much. Just look at the facts. With us, you save 50% off Metro and Cricket guaranteed. With one line, where you keep the phone and number you love.
Those links that I have for past streams still work. It's just that, you know, it's on replay mode, so you'll go commercial free and uninterrupted if you want to actually rewatch old WWE shows from last week.
Then switch to Total Wireless.
So just go to my past streams and look up any date that you missed, and I'll have the stream, like, you know, link in the description.
I'm giving it all I got. Everything's a stink.
The end is here.
It's the day we've all been waiting for.
Let's go.
Lose out. I don't know who that is.
I'm not losing last one standing.
You have to fight. I am this close.
My entire life culminates today.
It is anybody's.
And if I don't know who that is, I can't really take that as a compliment.
Sunday at 8 on Discovery.
Do I like Pokemon too? No, that's why.
There's crunch in my
That's why my username is Pikachu.
Captivated.
I'm hesitant.
content I need for it. Alarmed and delighted.
What's my go-to cereal? I have 3 go-to cereals. I have like Captain Crunch, I like Fruity Pebbles, and I also like Reese's Puffs. But I also like Cheerios too, because Cheerios with chocolate really slaps. But I only eat those when I'm out of like, you know, a cereal I pick, such as Captain Crunch and what I just named.
Trying to remove the mask of Dragon Lee. If you respect the luchador tradition,
Cheerios is what my mom eats. She likes to eat them with sugar and warm milk.
Dragon Lee was christened the future of Lucha Libre. Got it. A title once upon a
My
time
mom
held
doesn't
by
like to eat
Grande
cereal with
Americano.
cold milk. She always likes to eat her cereals with warm milk.
Dragon Lee looking to make him pay. Uh-oh. Powerbomb for the win. Kick out at 2. Massive victory for Dragon Lee. With a little vengeance against the man who took the WWE Speed Championship from him. Now Grande Americano, you can catch him do his thing, ply his trade in WWE Speed exclusively on X each and every Wednesday. And look at this now, Dragon Lee looking to return the... Yeah! I want to see who it is. We mentioned this earlier. Chad Gable out recovering from over somebody. You have to wonder.
Warm milk, that's new one to me. Is it good? To her it is, because it's comforting. But that'll just make the cereal soggy. But in her case, that's good because she's missing her teeth. But she always had warm milk either way. Even when she had teeth, she always had it with warm milk, so she never liked cold milk.
Dragon Lee looking to expose this farce and a kick out at 2. Take another look at this. Dragon Lee. Incredible impact on the basement dropkick in the corner, and now Dragon looking to finish things off.
And the crazy thing about that is she doesn't like oatmeal. I'm the only one in this family that likes oatmeal. They like avena, which is basically it's corn, like, you know, it's not oatmeal, it's corn, like, it's corn powder that you put with milk and you mix it.
Grande Americano launching the ropes into a blockbuster, but credit to Dragon Lee for hanging in there. Trying to feed off a non-existent fan base.
I don't think Teller. I'm pretty sure Grande. Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Okay,
I feel
you
like I've
guys.
seen 20 or 30 kids wearing out Grande Americano masks just as we came out here today. They sell the merch stands. It says Chad Gable's a Grande Americano mask. Right on the package, I saw it. Hey, look at this. Dragon Lee, top rope. Oh, goodness! That's gotta do it. Good night. Cover by Lee. And Americano kicks
I'm
out.
like, hit.
Let's take another look at the massive double stomp right to the heart. Full extension by Dragon Lee. Just stomping Americano into the canvas. And here comes the Dragon.
Am I Guatemalan? No, I'm not.
Goes El Grande Americano. Dragon Lee, such a joy to watch.
He was speed champion. Dragon Lee was speed champion until El Grande took it away. But that was Chad Gable. Chad Gable who took it away, not Ludwig right now. The steel plate. Oh, you didn't even hit his head. Yeah, Dragon Lee. I know you have to play the part anyway. Cause Ludwig, you totally missed. You're supposed to hit them. You're supposed to hit them on the head. I figured she would love oatmeal because warm milk. Yeah, you would think she would, but no. She likes avena.
I'm not going to argue about the steel plate, but this is the original Grande Americano.
Instead of oats, that's basically just corn powder that you know, boil in milk, and then it just turns into a nice porridge, kind of. I don't like that. Cause that corn porridge, like I've been at, after a while it turns like a little, not too much, but a little bit gelatinized. It turns a little gelatinized, and I don't like that. At least oatmeal, it's a little stiff, and when you heat it up, it turns back to normal. I guess the same thing could work out for avena, but I don't know.
Esta noche es mi noche, cabrón. Wow. Look, I don't even know what you just said. But you're gonna watch your tone when you're speaking.
Cream of wheat. Yeah, it's basically that, in a sense. But it's not wheat powder, it's corn powder.
I hit it too. 3 up, 3 down, like we're in baseball or something.
Cinnamon brown sugar oatmeal is fire. I don't like cinnamon. I don't like cinnamon on my oatmeal, honestly. I just like, you know, just sugar. But I have bought a variety pack of Quaker Oats, and it did have cinnamon sugar, and it was alright. It was alright, but there was also maple syrup flavored oatmeal, and that was good too because it kind of tasted like a pancake to me, a little bit. But I wouldn't have that again though. I just had it anyway because it was a variety pack that my brother got me, because he said there was no, like, you know, microwave packs that just had original on them. It just had the variety packs, and I'm like, oh, that's fine because I like most of the variety pack flavors that they have, and I'll eat it.
And maybe a crate, and definitely a slow feeder. For helpful humans with 24/7 support. For life with pets, there's Chewy.
Domino's Best Deal Ever is back. Get any hand-tossed pan thin crust or New York-style pizza with any toppings for just $9.99 online. Your favorite
Quaker
pizza
Oats
at our best
maple
price.
syrup one is
It's
good.
Domino's Best Deal Ever,
Yeah.
but it's not
The
for
one thing I
so
don't
get
like
it before
is
it's
apples
gone. Only
and
at Domino's.
apples and cinnamon. And like if I wanted an apple pie oatmeal, I would have just had apple pie. And honestly, I don't like apple pie that much. I prefer s'mores pie.
Juice. Sometimes life has a way of surprising you.
I would rather have cherry pie than apple pie.
Payday when you say.
I like peaches and cream and syrup. I never heard of that. But
substance use disorder and addiction is so
I do like peach crumble.
And so as a black
peach crumble is a nice dessert that I made back in high school. I wish I could remember the recipe though, because it was pretty good.
It grows louder when you ask for help.
It didn't taste good at the time because it was like, you know, just out of the oven, and I'm like, we need ice cream, and she's like, I don't have no ice cream, and I was like, damn, I can't take this home with me. I can't like keep this here until home because people are gonna ask me if they can have it, and I'm gonna say like,
Padres home field. It's a whole new lineup.
so I just ate it. I just ate it while it was hot, but I'm like, damn, with ice cream, this could have slapped even more.
It's Petco Park.
Remember that WWF cereal? Nope, because I probably wasn't alive at that time. Just same with the ice cream. And I know they had a reboot of the WWE ice cream, but it was short-lived. It was very short-lived. It only lasted for at least like a year back in like 2019 or 2020. I'm not sure.
WWE Evolution, State Farm Arena in Atlanta this Saturday and Sunday. We're on sale now via Ticketmaster.
My mom likes that. My mom loves apple pie. Every Thanksgiving she'll get an apple pie. My brother's more of a sweet potato pie kind of guy.
Including Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair.
But he never has. I don't think sweet potato pie goes with ice cream anyway. Because that's not really a sweet pastry. It's like a sweet and savory pastry a little bit. The Dark Angel has arrived on Raw to do what I've always done. Dominat. Yep.
Well, La Primera will be one of the many to enter a battle royal this Sunday at Evolution with the
Sweet
winner
potato
of the
pie, can't do it.
championship
Yeah, me neither, but I don't think you can have, I don't think a sweet potato pie is a pie you can have with ice cream anyway.
Ava will announce the battle royal participants from NXT tomorrow night.
Have I ever had caramel apple pie? No. I've had caramel apples, but not in a pie.
Absolutely stacked.
Yeah, but I like candied. I like candied apples way better. Not caramel. But caramel apples are definitely more like, you know, comforting than candy, because if you have a candied apple, you definitely want something cold than, like, you know, candied. And every time I go to a carnival, I never have it on the stick. I always just take it home and then I cut it up. My mom always cut it up for me, and she would, you know, just put it into apple slices, and then after I eat the apple, I would just take bits and pieces of the candy.
Live nationwide, Goldberg's final match in the World Heavyweight Championship. And Corey, the question for me is this. Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Ryan's with Gunther the past couple of weeks. Do you think Gunther perhaps maybe looking past Goldberg to what may lie in his future?
Yeah.
Personally, no, I don't believe the ring general.
I don't want pie and ice cream, but I do want something cold. And there's plenty of ices in the refrigerator. I'm gonna go get one.
Hall of Famer. I think Gunther is ready for Saturday.
You're right, this Saturday night's main event, I will defend my World Heavyweight Championship against none other than Bill Goldberg. And for the last 2 weeks, I've been verbally abusing Bill Goldberg in the middle of this ring, and so far, he's done nothing about it. So I can only assume
so Goldberg is here. I'm probably guessing. Life of a Pie is an awesome movie. No, but I know about American Pie. That's a funny movie. Oh crap! What the heck is that? Damn, you show up in a retro car like that? What's the main event on Raw? It's Penta and Seth Rollins. When you eat these icy noodles, the taste of childhood will never leave. Oops. Well. Damn it. Now I have to clean my floor. Yeah, it did. That's the problem with these ICs.
Corey, can you imagine the atmosphere in Atlanta Saturday night for Goldberg's final match for the world title?
Earlier this afternoon, I watched the video inside the Georgia Dome when Goldberg took out Hulk Hogan to become the WCW World Champion. One of the most electrifying events in the history of our business. That man is intensity personified. That man just put our world heavyweight champion flat on his ass with one right hand.
Can you imagine what happens if Goldberg wins the title Saturday night and Saturday night's main event? It happens at 8 Eastern, live nationwide, NBC and Peacock. LA Knight and Seth freaking Rollins score to settle for these two come Saturday night's main event.
And the fight for Randy Orton will go one-on-one with Drew McIntyre, who is back with a vengeance.
And of course, the World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Goldberg versus Gunther. Goldberg's last match. I asked him what happens if he wins the title. He told me, interesting dilemma, Cole, isn't it? Also, on Sunday, we had the Evolution, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, with the WWE
I will of course stream both.
For an historic 8th Women's Championship. But it's tipping time, perhaps. Tiffany Stratus in Evolution.
And a long simmering rivalry comes to a head once again. Who will leave Atlanta with a victory? Will it be the Queen of the Ring, Jade Cargill? Or will it be her longtime friend turned nemesis, Miss Money in the Bank, Naomi?
Women's Tag Team Championship fatal 4-way matchup. Raquel and Roxanne defend against the Kabuki Warriors from Raw. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair from Friday Night SmackDown.
Those things always stuck inside my mouth. I know as a kid because you would put your whole mouth on it, but I don't. I just hover around it and then just bite my teeth so it can fly out.
And the Women's Intercontinental Championship in a triple threat match. Lyra Valkyria, the inaugural champion, wants her title back against 2 surefire Hall of Famers. The champion Becky Lynch, another challenger Bayley on Sunday.
And the Evolution Battle Royal at stake. The winner receives a championship match at Clash in Paris. Don't forget NXT tomorrow night. Ava announces the NXT participants.
And the Women's World Championship. Io Sky picked her opponent, and it's Rhea Bloody Ripley. Can Ripley solve the puzzle that
I would melt them and then drink them like Kool-Aid. I was thinking about it, to be honest. I was just thinking about grabbing like maybe 4 of them and just blend it into like, you know, a Slurpee. But I was like, nah, because then it would be too melted. See? Okay, so thank you for letting me know, WWE, that you're not dropping the idea of Austin Grayson Waller with the New Day. Melt halfway, yeah. I had to crush it so much just because, like, you know, the way it popped out like that. White flavor. I never saw white flavor. I'm not familiar with that.
For adults with obesity, Zepbound means change.
It's changing what I believe is possible when it comes to weight loss.
Zepbound helps adults with obesity lose weight and keep it off. Don't take if allergic to it, or if you or someone in your family.
But of course, I would be. My favorite flavors would be the biased flavors that are red, blue, and pink. Those are the biased flavors. I like purple too. But my mom said, like, you know, save the purples for her. But I'm like, no, get out of here. I'm gonna have one purple.
If you're nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills, taking Zepbound with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and worsen kidney problems. Ask your healthcare provider about Zepbound. Explore savings options today.
America rules, and so does real American.
Yep, go Joe. Pink is always the best. As a kid, I thought that. I definitely thought that because, you know, girls being biased with Pink and all. But you give a kid any flavor, to be honest, then that's they won't complain so long as it's icy.
I'm working on it.
Today, she's watching her first hockey game. And then before you know it, you're watching hers. At Credit One Bank, we believe having the credit and rewards for the little moments today can lead to even bigger ones tomorrow. Get 5% cash back on everyday purchases, like gas, with the Credit One Bank Platinum X5 Visa Signature. Credit One Bank, for what's ahead.
I forgot what the green flavor tastes like, to be honest.
Watch season 3 on Netflix. And play the game. To earn rewards. Good luck. You'll need it.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm more of a...
Survivor Series
When it comes to the whole cherry and blue ras debate, I like cherry more, but when it's all said and done, it depends on what I'm eating that will really determine what, like, you know, flavor I'm biased on.
This Friday, July 11th, via Ticketmaster.
See, that's what my mom did. Penta's pyro right there. Hey, if you guys didn't see the video of my mom, I highly recommend you see the video of my mom doing her Brillo sparkler ring. It really does look like Penta's pyro. We just didn't do it. We just didn't do it as big as we wanted because we didn't have a lighter. I had to light the Brillo with sparklers just to get it, you know, a flame going.
The best thing that can happen in Penta's head is remaining on the one track that it is. You've got one goal ahead of you. Beat Seth freaking Rollins. You can't worry about Sami Zayn. You can't worry about Jey Uso. You call him afterwards.
What is Penta saying translate to? I don't know. I think zero deaths or something. I don't know. Don't come at me.
Is the standard bearer in this business, Seth Rollins.
The spectacular Penta. And a joy to watch in action.
Wizardry and our good friend Adam Jones. Want to send a very special congratulations to WWE Hall of Famer, the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne, on his farewell performance this past weekend in Birmingham. The greatest to ever do it. What an event.
I'm speaking out of school when I say, sit down on the couch, stop whatever you're doing, and pay attention. This is going to be one of those matches people are buzzing about for a long time to come.
See, now you should see. This is the time when it's okay to bring the suitcase along because you're with the actual winner. Google says translates to zero fear. I thought it related to like like death or fears. I wasn't sure which one. I was like. But I'm like, wait, they're not saying worth though, so I don't think I'm right, so.
The stakes in this matchup for Seth freaking Rollins. The opportunity to dispose of Penta, a relatively new superstar on the WWE roster who's got tons of hype, tons of upside, tons of potential. Rollins would love to snuff all of that out tonight in Providence.
Well, this situation with Penta dates back to before Money in the Bank, when Rollins and company tried to take out all of Rollins' opponents in that Money in the Bank ladder match before it actually happened. And then, let's not forget what happened in Night of Champions. The night that Seth Rollins was going to try to cash in his Money in the Bank contract. Penta was one of the men who thwarted Rollins from doing that.
It's all a matter of perspective. I would look at it as though Penta and the others were collateral damage in the lead-up to the Money in the Bank contract.
They were specifically targeted.
Specifically targeted because they were in between Seth Rollins.
I'm sorry, I'm not as helpful.
Which was the Money in the Bank contract. If they would have left well enough alone, we wouldn't.
At least I'm. At least I knew was. At least I know my Spanish numbers.
Slow down very much if Penta has his way. We're about to see the true meaning of Cerro Miedo. And boom! Big kick to the knee of Rollins.
Rollins, of course, history of knee injuries in his career. Penta targeting the knee to start things off here tonight. And Penta fired up, and Rollins was not expecting this onslaught early on by Penta.
Oh my God!
Rallying the WWE Universe tonight in Providence.
And Rollins hurting in the early going, looking to get out of harm's way, but Penta not allowing it to happen. Again from behind, and now bouncing Rollins off on the announce table yet again.
Again, Penta understands the assignment. Penta understands what is at stake beyond just the winner's purse, beyond just the win. Dangerous as Rollins, you usually only get one mistake.
Shit!
Timekeepers area, Rollins
Who said that?
a little bit of time now.
As I was beginning to say, Penta realizes,
watch out! Penta! Rollins!
One of the highest profile matches of his tenure thus far in WWE. What is Penta gonna do with it?
I wouldn't know, but WWE sure made a good trade.
And Rollins, though, Penta took a little too much time, and Rollins, the veteran, capitalized.
Not unlike Sami Zayn, Penta took a moment to bask in the adulation of the live crowd and hear the cheers, those fans in their eyes. Rollins made it pay for it.
A great point. Sami Zayn now out indefinitely after the assault by Cross and then Bron breaker tonight. Jey Uso suffered a couple of tsunamis at the hands of Bronson Reed, and now Seth Rollins looking to finish off what he said at the beginning of the night would be the destruction of these three men.
Listen, I've known Seth Rollins for a long, long time. I know in his heart that while it might be unpopular what Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed have done, Rollins wants to do the job on his own. Rollins lives to wake up with extra pride. And he can do that by taking out Penta, a fan favorite. That's exactly what Seth is going to do.
It could be well on his way for Mr. Money in the Bank.
Here it could come right now.
But the pedigree, Penta able to.
Not gonna watch Raw till later tonight. How's it been so far? It's been good.
Penta gonna take to the skies.
But a lot of the show will reflect upon Seth Rollins and his group. was also shocked at how good Penta's English is. When he was in TNA and later in AEW, they made it seem like he couldn't speak a word of English. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem with, like, you know, bilingual wrestlers too. Like, they could start off not knowing little to no English, but then when they actually take time to, like, get their you know, accent all put together and to actually not, like, be broken when they talk, they still want them to, like, you know, be stereotyping the whole, like, you know, the whole foreign language thing, and that's, like, you know, sometimes annoying.
Gravity to fire for life. Eyes for life.
Because they do the same thing kind of with Asuka, but her English is not that broken. She just made it a part of her character. Because she could actually speak English very well.
And I can't buy Sprinkles new booties until my paycheck gets deposited.
Your banking app is a one-trick pony, Bruce. But with Cash App, you can get your paycheck up to 2 days early, earn up to 4% on your savings, and you can allocate your paycheck automatically between savings and investments.
Thanks, Jay. But to be clear, lose the old banking app. Keep Sprinkles?
Cash out. No tricks, no ponies, just smart money moves.
Losing to last week's leftovers. Can't escape the doom scroll. Laundry. Fighting dirty.
Bring the juice, Ooh.
Bring the juice.
Time to bring the juice.
My night is going just fine. I'm just definitely getting a little tired now. My back is killing me. I definitely
Substance use disorder and addiction
need to lay
is
down
so
after this.
isolating.
And it's not just because it's charity,
as
it's
a
just
black
because,
woman
like, you know,
in recovery, hope must be
babysitting and having
loud.
to do a lot of, like, you know,
It grows louder when you ask for help
lifting babies,
and you're
you know,
vulnerable.
all the time.
It is the thread that lets you know that no
Lifting
matter
toddlers
what
can get
happens,
exhausting because they do get heavier as they get older.
Rollins was cut above his
What do I like
right eye
more?
a bit ago, and it
Raw or
has seemed to
SmackDown? I
fuel
can't really
Rollins
say that.
as he's taking
Because
out
it
on
varies.
Penta here.
It varies within, like, you know, the week. Like, by the end of the week, I'll say, no, I like Raw more this week. I love SmackDown more this week. Yeah, you know, it's like that kind of thing. Same thing with Shinsuke Nakamura. He probably speaks the best English out of any of the Japanese superstars. Yeah, I have no doubt that they probably speak very fluent English and even, like, you know, have their American accents in check and all, but they just never get a chance to unless, like, you know, in their private life when they do.
What's inside of the contract? But Rollins could cash in any time he wants for a world championship. You know, it could happen Saturday night. Duncan Goldberg going at it.
I said before, it varies. It varies within the end of the week. When all the shows are, like, done for the week, I'll tell you which one I like more because I can't really give you a straight, solid answer. And if I do, I'll just say that this month definitely a lot of SmackDown or Raw shows were better this
Right
month.
to the back of the knee. And Penta with a sling blade.
Driven face first into the canvas yet again.
The man with those fears starting to pick up the pace. Rollins doesn't want to be there.
Handstand. That's one.
Boots driving all the wind out of Rollins' lungs.
It'll be time for the Penta driver. Rollins going to battle out of it, however. Now,
I should get a massage or turn on the light. All I need to do is just lay down. I ain't sore or nothing. I just need to lay down. That's all.
Oh, look at this. Oh, goodness.
I'll be good after like 2 hours or 3 hours of laying down. And my Team Rollins or Team New Bloodline. To be brutally honest, I would say neither. But who, like, you know, do I tolerate more? Who do I tolerate more, it would definitely be Seth Rollins' group because they're like, you know, more acquainted, unlike the new bloodline who are just so thrown into each other.
Great American Bash. Saturday night's main event, Evolution on Sunday in Atlanta. Penta fighting out of it. And Rollins beat him to the punch, and there's the power of Rollins. My goodness. Oh, and a knee right to the gut.
Buster by the visionary. Rollins now making the climb to the top turnbuckle. Penta's down.
Rollins mocking Penta. Frog splash. Cover. Penta kicks out of there.
Second guessing himself. Valid reason. Seth launches himself from the top turnbuckle. Look at the full extension on the frog splash. All of Rollins' body weight crashing down.
Rollins learning a lot about the toughness of Penta here tonight.
Hey, what's up? Wrestling been an interesting night? Yes, it sure has.
Looking for the stomp. Looking for the stomp on Penta. Penta middle of the ring. Rollins nobody home.
I thought it would be kind of boring because it's just reflecting on Seth Rollins' group and, you know, everyone that he attacked in the past. Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, Penta. But I think, like, you know, this is the only legit real match because the other matches were just basically about taking out the other two and just making sure Penta is really done for.
Penta, what is he going to do here? Penta now. Rana.
I wish we had an OG Shield and OG Bloodline. Yep, but never you mind. Dean Ambrose hasn't shed enough blood on that AEW stage enough already.
Penta sending Rollins straight down. Penta driver.
I don't know how Rollins got his shoulder up.
What name did you give Seth Rollins group?
Rollins is a survivor, we know that. Even bleeding with Rollins. He knows Rollins can
I don't know.
loss here tonight. As he looks to continue to establish the legacy of this
I don't know group. I don't know because that's the only way I feel about this whole group. It still doesn't make sense to me even now.
That's an out. You saw what he did to Chad Gable with this move.
Who do you think Seth Rollins should cash in on? I don't know because he's back and forth with the teasing.
Look at the power of Mr. Money in the Bank.
Rollins with a buckle bomb.
Oh, how sweet. Like rope grab.
A fortuitous bounce for the body of Seth freaking Rollins. First the buckle bomb.
I don't know who Seth Rollins is going to cash in on because he just spent the whole pay-per-view teasing John Cena and now he's going to spend SummerSlam teasing Gunther. Thank you, T-Rex. Welcome to the Kicker.
Oh, and Rollins, he went low. Rollins caught Penta with a head to the groin.
Or did Penta pull Rollins up?
Do I like the idea of Goldberg's return? I mean, more or less. But if he says this is his retirement match, I'll let him have it.
And neither was the stop. And Rollins off that low blow that caught Penta will put Penta away.
Yeah, as you think.
Always finds a way.
Now! Yeah, he's calling Bron and Bron.
Yeah, there you go. Braun Breaker, big Bronson Reed. Coming out here
Bron,
for
Bron.
more destruction
Like I
tonight.
said, Bron and Bron.
Penta is helpless.
Oh. LA Knight, yeah. I was like, I forgot about him. To be honest, I did too, but I kind of forgot at the same time because I was like, he has a match with him on Saturday, so damn, he ran so fast.
Seth Rollins, somebody's got your number heading into Saturday and Saturday night's main event. The weekend in Atlanta, Grande American Bash, 3 o'clock Saturday. 8 o'clock Saturday night, Saturday night's main event, and Sunday at 7.
Yeah, boy!
We'll see you in Atlanta.
I don't have to shut up.
Yes, you in my room.
I have a voice to speak.
I don't care. A boom.
Say things. I'm gonna do the
The
voiceover.
end.
I'm gonna make a video with LA Knight and do the voiceover and be like, with everybody saying LA Knight, yeah, like that.
And then I say, you don't. I'll be an audience member and say, you don't. I'll dub the audience. Stop. Yeah, that's the end of the show, you guys. It was pretty good, even though I thought it was kind of gonna be boring because it really was just a match reflecting on Seth Rollins' group and who he attacked. So. And I'm glad that Michael Cole questioned out El Grande Americano's new, like, you know, increase in size and the fact that his tattoos are missing. So I was happy about that.
Is Shad really hurt, bro?
Yeah, he's really hurt. But still, this doesn't change the fact that it's like, you know, not Chad.
Oh, yeah.
It's not Chad this time. Everyone can definitely say it's not Chad this time.
Yeah, come back and be like, it wasn't me the whole time.
He said it wasn't him the first time because when he first introduced him, he got a random guy too. But I didn't understand why they didn't chose a random guy to be that size because that guy was, I think, almost his size or somewhat his size. I don't know. But it was just like, you know, one of those background actors or whatever. But that I understand, but at least get a superstar that's his height. And if they can't get his height, at least, like, you know, a little bit towards his height. It would have been even funnier if they got a smaller person. But that's not possible. But this week we have to look forward to the Saturday night main event and also Evolution, which I will be streaming both. And they seem to have a pretty solid matchup for Evolution. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky now added Kabuki Warriors as the Raw tag team against both Raquel Rodriguez and Charlotte and Alexa Bliss representing SmackDown. Now all we just need is an NXT team, whoever that is. Honestly, if I had to guess, it would probably be Izzy and Tatum. Maybe, I'm not sure. It'll probably be Izzy and Tatum because that's the only like legit tag team I see, because I don't think it can be Zarya and what's her name, Sol Ruka. It can't be Zarya and Sol Ruka because, I mean, it can if they want to because they're a good tag team, but I just figured they wouldn't because Sol Ruka has, you know, the North American Championship, so why would she have two belts? But they could try if they want to, though. But I think it will be Izzy and Tatum. But as far as, like, you know, anyone else, I have no idea. Because it can't be Lash. I wish it could be. But that other girl, whatever her name is, Jakara Jackson, that's what her name is? I don't think she's there no more. I think she got fired. Why is your eye red? It's never that red. Come on, stop.
Or else what? You think they're gonna stop you? Or...
Shut up.
You see how she treats me, guys?
Do you see how he treats me by slapping me like
She's
this?
being mean to me. I just want to be a nice brother and
I know
help.
you're not even supposed to be here this long. I was supposed to be saying goodbye to everyone and wishing them a nice day and a nice night and everything.
Mike, this is your show?
Huh? I didn't even hear what you said.
I said, welcome to this.
Get out.
No. Thank you, stream.
Get out of here.
Have a good, lovely night.
Yeah. Who do I think can ultimately take the belt off Cena? I just said I don't know. You asked me before. I said I don't know. I really don't. All I just said before that Cody Rhodes said that this match on SummerSlam is going to be different, and that might be the start of his heel turn, because even he himself said that he's going to have a heel turn soon, and frankly people will like it more, which I don't doubt, because I would probably still be on Team Cody Rhodes if he turned heel, because Cody Rhodes was a heel. He was a good heel at the, back in the day, so I have no doubt that he couldn't be a good heel now.
He was heel most of the time in
That's
AEW.
why, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know actually, so I can't.
Yeah, he was heel when he was in WWE the first time.
Yeah,
But
I knew that already though, but as far as AEW, I have no idea.
he was a heel in AEW.
Mhm.
There's a video of him in AEW. He throws his belt. He throws his belt in the audience, and they throw it back at him in the ring.
Oh, reminds me of the 10.
John Cena.
Huh?
They did the same thing that John Cena did.
Oh, I don't know. I was talking about in an underground match when a fan threw a suitcase at Roman Reigns' head. Yeah, they threw a Money in the Bank suitcase at his head.
Cash in.
Yes, like cash in, motherfucker. But yeah, that's to show you guys, and it was good. But I won't. It still doesn't make me understand. It still doesn't make me understand Seth Rollins any less. I'm just going to say that. But it was good. They showcased it well, and all we need to do now is just get through this Friday. Well, first NXT and then Friday show, and then finally we can get on with Saturday Night Main Event to focus on those, to focus on those televised underground matches, and then finally Evolution. But they're kind of, in my opinion, I don't think they're promoting Evolution very good, because I really see this as nothing more of a cash grab from TKO, because for something that was supposed to be revolutionary, because it was the first all-women's pay-per-view for WWE, they didn't do it very well, and it only lasted 1 year back in 2019 or 2020, either one, I forgot honestly, but it only lasted that 1 year, and then they never mentioned it at all, and then now is the time they want to bring it back, because in TKO's mind it's like, this was actually a good idea, and we could actually make money off of it. Something that they could have done for years now, but women can never have anything good. But now that they see something worth in these women, and their fans actually see something worth in these women, then everything's changed. But aside from all that feminist bullcrap, it's gonna be nice. I always like my girlies, and I always will, so I'll let them have their time, and I'll see if they can actually make the hype of it, rebuild the hype of it, so it can actually be an annual thing, because I would like nothing more for it to be an annual thing. I loved the idea at first, and I had no idea why they had to get rid of it, but that's the end and done for me. So thanks for joining, and remember that My Ko-Fi is down below, as well as my Cash App if you want to make donations. Anything is always appreciated, so thank you. And also save and bookmark the link for, like, you know, the show, because if you don't have access to Netflix and Peacock for pay-per-views and or regular live shows, then that's your only way to access it, like, you know, free and, like, you know, without, well, I can't, like, you know, I can't guarantee you without interruptions, but, like, you know, there will always be a server that you can go to. But aside from that, thanks for watching. Be sure to join me tomorrow on my NXT stream, like always. And remember, do it with idle energy. Bye.